Welcome to Stop the Badges Weekly Nightly News. I'm Porter Vaughn, and today is Friday, October 30th, 2015. I want to do a brief segment on the presidential candidates, but having 17 of them, instead I'm going to do one on each, with so many active issues, so many stances, so much going on in our country right now that we're considering our next leader for. And while, in general, our Commander-in-Chief should be a good decision to maintain our country on its path, over the last 3 administrations, we've gotten to a point where our president has so much authority, so much power, so much maneuverability to just dictate our government through policy. It's now very important to choose a president who can at least help us get back some of that power. So I thought we'd start off with Jeb Bush. John Bush. Jeb is an acronym for his name. But the brother of George Bush and former governor of Florida. He represents himself as a conservative who wants to return power to, the working class and kind of take us back to a sensible spending level, sensible power level, sensible infrastructure. In reality, during his term as government, he exponentially increased spending. Well, he spent on his state generic spending an extra 45% during his term than previous budgets, while inflation only rose by 27%. So he topped that out. His main stances are fighting ISIS, basically sending us to war, both Russia and ISIS in the Middle East, in Iraq. He wants to commit troops specifically to Iraq, pull back on these sequestration for military budget cuts, which is the only thing that is on the books to kind of get us to cut back on our military spending, which is just through the roof. It's astronomical, and it allows us to impose ourselves into 60 plus foreign nations at any one point in time, dictate, take resources, steal, rob, kill, impose sanctions. I mean, whatever we want to do, run the world to try to maintain our control over the oil and petrodollar. I mean, looking to go further into war is nice. On top of that, Jeb's other main detailed stance is the Keystone XL pipeline, an oil pipeline from Canada to America that will deliver oil, and it's supposed to be safe and streamlined and secure, but potentially have huge environmental catastrophes if there's a puncture in the pipeline and oil just keeps spilling. In the past, a catastrophe would be if a train delivering oil would derail and it would spill. It was a huge mess. Or, like in the Gulf of Mexico, the BP pipeline. This would be the same thing. When it breaks, it just keeps going. There's no certain amount in the tanker, there's no certain amount in the train. It's just continuously flowing until we seal it or fix the breach or the problem, or if it's just pumping continuously and it breaks itself. There's a lot that could go wrong here, but his main stance is U.S. jobs, which again would be created by government spending. More federal spending, more money, not really helping us get back to basics, not helping us get the states re-empowered, not helping us get ourselves more involved in policy, which is what we need. It's amazing that we live in an age where our college-educated society knows more about their career-specific path and Instagram, Facebook, but we are not at all active in our community, and that doesn't mean going to protests, because the protest is the demonstration. That doesn't mean just showing up and signing a petition, but it's your vote, it's your voice, it's whatever you can do to convey your message. And in today's day and age, we're not only taught to ignore those opportunities just to go about our daily routine, but to keep ourselves quiet entirely. You don't discuss religion or politics or race or anything in public. You discuss status posts, and you discuss makeup, and you discuss your shoes. But that's about it. You don't discuss any actual sense of community, where our founding fathers, the farmers who didn't have colleges, they ran and started our country, and then continued to meet and make decisions and form policy and protect each other. So I would hope, on an overall view of Jeb Bush, we can kind of see that it would be a Bush administration. Yet again, it would be more spending, more military, more attacks, more enforcement, less actual involvement, less repair, less getting us back on track, and even having a future at looking at a balanced budget, because that would be impossible in our current state unless we cut back our military drastically. But that's a quick glance at Jeb Bush, and next we'll be doing Ben Carson. So stay tuned, and I will have that up shortly. This is Stop the Badges Weekly Nightly News. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.